the shadowed annals of Buckfastleigh, Devon, where the River Dart whispers secrets through the wooded valley and the ancient stones of Buckfast Abbey loom over the town, there lingers a tale both macabre and enduring, the tale of Richard Cabel, or Cabel, a man branded a vampire after his death in 1677. His grave, nestled in the churchyard of Holy Trinity Church, became the stuff of legend, sealed with stone and iron to trap a corpse so restless that even the whist hounds of Dartmoor howled at his passing, their ghostly bays a portent of the darkness. Richard Cabel was no ordinary man in life. A squire of modest means, he lived at Brook Manor on the outskirts of Buckfastleigh, a crumbling estate shrouded in gnarled oaks and rumours. Tall and gaunt, with eyes that glittered like polished jet and a smile that unsettled more than it charmed, Cabel was a recluse, seldom seen beyond his lands save for late-night rides across the moors on a coal-black steed. Villagers whispered of strange lights flickering in Brook's windows after dusk, of screams carried on the wind, and of tenants who vanished without a trace after crossing him. Some swore he'd made a pact with darker forces, trading his soul for forbidden knowledge or eternal lifer, notion fueled by the era's deep mistrust of those who lived apart from God-fearing folk. When Cabel died in the autumn of 1677, the circumstances were as unsettling as his life. The night of his passing, the air around Brook Manor grew thick with an unnatural chill, and the whist hounds, those spectral beasts of Dartmoor lore, said to hunt the souls of the damned gathered in the shadows, their howls echoing through the valley like a dirge. Cabel had fallen ill weeks before, his body wasting away as though consumed from within, yet his eyes burned with a feverish intensity until the end. The servants who tended him fled in terror after his death, swearing they'd heard his voice rasp curses even as his breath ceased. The vicar of Holy Trinity Church, a dour man named Reverend Elias Truman, refused to let such a soul rest easy in consecrated ground without measures to bind it. The burial was a grim affair. So jumpy was Cabel's corpsel, so the villagers believed that ordinary rites would not suffice. His body was laid in a stone-lined grave near the church's sepulchre, a heavy slab placed directly over his head to pin him down, as if the weight of earth alone could not be trusted. A small mausoleum was erected over the site, its walls thick and unadorned, its entrance sealed with an iron grating and a locked door, an attempt, naive as it seems now, to secure the corpse against unearthly escape. Reverend Truman blessed the tomb with trembling hands, muttering prayers of exorcism, but the villagers watched with wide eyes, convinced that Cabel's vampiric spirit lingered, bound but not defeated. The legend of Richard Cabel grew in the shadows of Buckfastleigh, fed by whispers and daring tales. By the 1700s, it was said that though the vampire could not emerge from his tomb trapped by stone and iron, he still hungered. Those bold or foolish enough to visit the mausoleum at night reported strange sounds, a faint scratching beneath the slab, like nails on stone, or a low hiss that sent shivers down the spine. Most chilling was the rumor that if one dared to reach through the iron grating and extend a finger, Cabel would gnaw upon it, his teeth sharp as memory, his hunger eternal. No one claimed to have lost flesh to the vampire, but the tale kept children from straying too near the churchyard after dusk. In 1792, a young poacher named Matthew Yeo, half drunk on cider and spurred by a tavern wager, crept to Cabel's tomb under a gibbous moon. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth, the grating cold under his trembling fingers. With a laugh that sounded more like a sob, he thrust his hand into the gap, daring the vampire to bite. He yanked it back a moment later, pale and swearing he'd felt a scrape of teeth or perhaps the brush of something colder than death, before fleeing into the night. His tale, told over mugs at the Valiant Soldier Inn, added fuel to the legend, though skeptics blamed his fright on the wind and his own imagination. Sightings of Cabel's influence persisted through the centuries, though none saw his form emerge. In 1824, a gravedigger working late near Holy Trinity claimed the iron grating rattled in its frame as he passed, though no wind stirred the trees. In 1879, a sexton found the lock on the mausoleum door inexplicably jammed, as if something inside had tampered with it, and the air around the tomb carried a faint, coppery taint. Each incident deepened the lore, and mothers in Buckfastleigh used Cabel's name to scare children into obedience. Be good, or old Cabel gnaw your bones. The vampire's grave remains in Holy Trinity's churchyard to this day. Its mausoleum weathered but intact, the iron grating rusted yet unyielding, an oddity among the simple headstones, drawing curious visitors and local historians alike. Known as Cabel's Tomb, it stands as a monument to fear and folklore, a relic of a time when the line between superstition and reality blurred like mist on the Dart. No fingers have been gnawed in living memory, but the daring still peer through the grating, half expecting a glimpse of glittering eyes or the scrape of unseen teeth. And in Buckfastleigh, where the whist hounds still howl in the tales of elders, Richard Cabel's restless spirit endures, a vampire pinned by stone and iron, but never truly silenced, his hunger a whispered warning etched into the town's dark heart. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, like, follow, subscribe, and comment below.